Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's time for some Tomb of Annihilation. We are temporarily down a corridor, a Sasha, Chad's friend, rather. He will be joining us soon. He's having some dinner with his family. Almost said lunch here, Australia, in the real normal time. It's lunchtime, but over there in Weird Yankee time, it is past dinner. How are you doing, Brian?
Staying warm, but doing well.
I'm definitely staying warm as well. Have you guys heard anything about all the bushfires on the east coast of Australia?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, you know how like London, as far as I'm aware, is known for its like intense fog. We have that going right now, except it's not fog. I was driving the kids to school this morning, and I couldn't see the normal hills I can see on the horizon. Good times, good times. And how are you doing, Logan?
I'm great. Ready to play.
Excellent. And on the bottom right, we have Cedric and his dog.
How's it going?
Good, good.
Remus says hello as well.
Ah, lovely. And Lucian to the right of me, how you holding up?
Pretty good. So if we're the Yanks, then what are the Australians?
Aussies, I guess.
Prisoners.
Yeah.
Aussies?
Prisoners, wow. Yeah.
You're getting docked XP.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Oh, but that-
All day I've been playing Borderlands, the pre-sequel, because I wanted to go back and play through it, and it's done by 2K Australia.
Mhm.
And so all of the voice actors are Australian. So all day I've been hearing these funny Australian not accents. I assume it's their real their real voices, but
yeah.
it's been
I've played it, and some of them definitely seem legit. Some of them seem a bit, on the heavy side, but it's
Yeah.
still good. It's still good. It's a fun game with its space mechanics in there. It's all fun. All right, well, we're going to jump in, and when Sasha is ready, he can join us. But until then, we'll do a minor recap where you lot had a long rest, left Unk's tomb, and at that point, I believe a bunch of you started using some of the Unearthed Arcana stuff. We've we've allowed Unearthed Arcana, or at least some of it, in this campaign, meaning that some people have different spell choices. Some classes can now change one spell per day, which is, adds some versatility to new fighting styles and whatnot. And I believe the Ranger has a whole new bag of tricks. And then they proceeded to head towards the Mirror of Life Trapping. And instead of trying to figure it out, Corridon did what Corridon does best. Smash. It worked out well. You guys were flooded with bad guys, as it was probably a decent outcome for you. I don't think any of you got too hurt. And then you proceeded into the Bodak's lair, which is kind of fun. Actually, I have a little handout if you guys want to look at it. So you know how both the Bodaks came from the east side of this little maze? I'll show you what it would have looked like if somebody was there to see them come out.
Well, fuck all of that.
Pretty gnarly, huh?
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome art.
Remind me to
Did
show
they
that.
come- Did they come out of the sphere of annihilation that was in the mouth?
You don't know anything about a sphere of annihilation in a mouth. That was just an assumption.
Oh,
Did they come from the place where the magical dissolution object happened to be?
Perhaps. Anybody who goes around that side would definitely see scraping and walking marks seemingly coming out of it. So, with that, oh yes, Elian, you are currently holding a black opal crown, and you think it's probably worth about $5,000.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks for that, bud.
I decided when everybody was standing around it going humming and harring, I decided the inner Nang Nang and you wanted to grab the very expensive crown.
And then we fought Bodaks because of it.
It was good fun. All right, and Pox died, and you found out that Pox was a doppelganger. But yeah, good fun. Oh, and
We almost lost Orvex.
yeah, you almost lost Orvex, and
Did you meet any of the mirror people, or was that All last session.
That was all last session.
Okay, so there is a drow named T-Lad, as we're calling him. There was this female awesome warrior named Lucanu, who was kicking all types of ass, and I think Goatman was very enamored. And then down here, you might be able to see a dead doppelganger that was posing as a member of the Yellow Banner Company. You've seen various members, or dead members of that group.
Yeah, I think she was the former champion or like protector of like the dead queen. Is that what we figured out?
Something along those lines, yes. And the other thing, as you guys came into this area, the doors were shut and it had a symbol on the outside of a man with his arm out. And I believe Olo got his Zombo to do the exact same maneuver with his right arm out, and then the door opened. But then the door's shut behind when you grab the necklace, the crown rather, Elian. How could you? And then when the door's shut, the symbol on the other side was the same symbol except with the left arm up, revealing that it had no arm from here upwards. But Vanguard decided to just cast knock on that west door, so you have to worry about that. The north door is still shut. And you guys may proceed as at your leisure.
So the pulsing necrotic has stopped?
Yes, with the executioning of the murdering of the Bodax, you do find that you are no longer being buffeted with necrotic energies.
And then we had kind of hightailed it into the hallway, right? Now I was going to drop an Aura Vitality. Is that?
Yeah, you mentioned something about an Aura Vitality last session.
Okay.
You may proceed to do that if you so desire.
I do, because we have a bunch of mangled people. So it's 1 minute, so that's 10 pulses?
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Okay.
I believe so.
Alright, so who all is wounded and injured? I know Orvex is pretty messed up.
Yeah, Orvex is at 4 of 31. The Drow lost like 15 hit points. Lucanu is down like almost 60. And you can see Corridon's, right? Corridon is probably...
Can I search the body of the doppelganger and then this body of the Bodak down here?
Yes, you certainly can. You do find on the body of the doppelganger a dagger that was gifted to him by a very nice bard.
This seems like a dagger.
And the Bodaks have nothing on them other than their decaying, rotten flesh.
Can we examine the mouth once again?
Yeah, go for it.
Does it look like the mouth when we first entered the dungeon?
You've seen 3 devilish faces with agape mouths, and they all look similar in shape. You had one that was at the beginning that had the magical darkness in the mouth. You had one that was lying flat that you guys never did anything with, that also had darkness in the mouth. And then you have this one, which is very similar to that first one, which again has darkness in the mouth. So could you make a perception check, please, Boone? Yeah, with that. Let me just check your character sheet
30.
super quick. That was a good roll. Yeah, you hear a language you don't quite understand in a very almost faint, easily missable whisper.
Is it continuous?
Not it is. It keeps repeating, but there's a little break, a little pause.
Well, I'll cast that as a ritual.
Mm-hmm. once you complete that, unless anybody's doing anything else over the 10 minutes.
Can I cast create bonfire on in the mouth of the statue?
You could put it in part of the mouth of the statue, as you can't get it any further than you can see, I believe. It's got to be a point you can see.
Yeah.
And yeah, it crackles away. I assume it crackles. I want it to crackle.
And then can I see what's in there?
No, it seems like no light can enter this area. Almost as
So
if
do
it
I
was-
see like half of my, like, so if I put a 5-foot square,
Yeah,
I see 2.5 feet of it on the outside and nothing on the basket.
I would say that is correct. You feel like this is some form of magical darkness. And unless anybody else is doing anything over that 10 minutes,
Sorry, my wife came in. I'll cast the Aura of Vitality.
Yeah, you can sort that out and divvy it up as much as you want.
Would Ola want to cast Dispel on this, or do you want to save slots for other stuff?
I'd rather save slots.
Okay. Because I did not take Dispel.
All right, Boo.
I can if we need to.
All right, so with the comprehend languages completed, you hear, "Darkness is coming for you. Your doom is at hand." Creepy.
That's a grim message.
Oh yeah.
I will relay that to Vanguard. I don't think going in is a good idea.
Yeah, it hasn't been yet, but I keep wondering if we're missing anything.
We sent Tiny Servant into the first one, correct? And he was
Yeah, we
attacked
did.
and murdered right away?
Yep.
Alright, I will give him the command to step through the...
Do you add +4 to that aura of vitality, Olo? Looks like it's just 2d6.
Oh, is it pulling the spellcasting modifier?
Mm.
Let me look.
So
Yep, it is.
you're putting
Yep,
Tiny
I'll
Servant in
reroll.
there?
Yeah.
All right.
He'll climb through.
Okay, so Tiny Servant has blind sight.
He does.
All right, so can he communicate with you? I cannot remember.
He has a 2 intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna try something. Just give me 1 second.
What other creatures have blind sight? I could polymorph one of us into that.
All right, he rolled a 14 for performance. All right, so he comes out and he's like gesturing something that's quite round, and yeah, what you get is he's gesturing that something is in there and it's round.
He comes out. That's
Yeah.
really the important.
Yes.
I'm gonna look at Vanguard. What's your professional opinion here?
So he's not saying there's danger. He's saying there's something round in there. He went in and came out.
He might not know if it's dangerous or not. It might be fine. It might be dangerous. Who knows?
Who's injured again?
Uh,
Orvex.
Orvex and Corridon and Lucanu, but she's still got 84 hit points. So
How banged up is
I
Corridon?
don't know. Maybe it's not a risk worth taking.
Corridon is at 49 of 77.
Okay, I will give him 20 hit points.
All right, I'll add 20 hit points. He's at
I'm gonna
69.
give Orvex 20 hit points. 15 to T-Lab. And I'll take the rest.
All right, T-Lad will be, thank you, Turtle Man.
No problem, creepy dude.
And Orvex is, obviously, oh, thank you very much, Olo. I don't know what was going on there. That was terrifying.
It basically just looks like he's shedding, and they have to like breathe in creepy pollen as it just kind of like waves off of him.
Uh-huh. And I assume Corridon would say something like, thanks, Olo. I miss Chad. Okay.
What do you think, Vanguard?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna polymorph into a giant constrictor snake, which I believe has blind sight also.
I believe it does too. It is also a 3x3 creature.
Oh, huge, yeah. Let me see if there's just a giant snake. Giant coral snake, but I don't know if that's only large.
Large is fine.
Giant poisonous snake is medium, but I want some hit points just in case.
Wait, are you that concerned about walking through that you're just burning a spell slot on them? Or a spell?
Well, that, and if I get in there and I can't see, I don't want to be stuck in there if I can't see.
Well, why don't I just step through and take Tiny Servant with me?
Maybe don't walk in.
That's the other.
But it's a room behind it, right?
I think
I don't know
so.
that. You asking Tiny Servant that?
Is it a big space, big enough for a human?
He'll gesture in a way, and I'll ride on that 14 performance check that he's saying it's probably not that big, like 5 feet.
Oh, there's only a 5-foot room there.
That's what Boone is.
I was thinking there was a room.
Can I give him a command to look for anything that he can pull through? Anything
sure.
loose on the floor?
Yeah, go for it.
I do that.
He comes
Bring
back
us.
he comes back with nothing.
So
Well-
unless there's something written on the wall in there or some other trick that we don't get, I mean, it's not like we're going in there for
Actually, that gives me a pretty good idea. I think I will ritual cast Unseen Servant.
Mm-hmm. You can certainly do that.
Bats have blind sight, so do crabs and fire beetles.
Thanks, Solo.
Yeah, no problem.
You can always you can always wild shape all it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, so you summon your Unseen Servant, assuming nobody else wants to do anything over the 10 minutes. You just chilling here, everyone taking a break after that horrifying fight. And yep, you've summoned your Unseen Servant.
Cool. He'll have him for an hour, and I hadn't realized he wasn't concentration, so
Hey, it's not bad.
I will keep that in mind. So I'll just have him trail along with us, and I'll have him follow like Tiny Servant around. And then he's like big servant instead of Tiny Servant.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I guess we're moving on.
Okay. So, are you guys
And what
going
was
west?
was he pantomiming then?
Boone, you feel like with the 14, he was pantomiming a round object.
But he can't lift it.
You can get him to try and lift it if you want.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If there's something physical in there that he can move,
Okay.
let him try to move it.
You hear a noise of Tiny Servant being destroyed.
Okay.
So let's just delete that. And we'll track him back down if you resummon it.
Okay. I guess going in there was a bad idea.
Going to those things hasn't ended well yet for Tiny Servant.
No, it has not.
You should go back up to level 2 and throw Tiny Servant into the one that's on the floor and see what happens. Should be fun. Alright, so you have the shut door to the north and the opened door to the west. Where are you guys going?
Do we
I forgot
wanna
about the
try
door
and
to the north.
force open the door to the north? Or do we
North?
want to just kind of circle back around and go through the big stair area and see if it reconnects on the other side?
Let's go north.
I will try and force the door open, preferably with Corridon's help.
Mm-hmm. We'll give it a go. And I believe...
You mean with Kubazan's help?
Yeah, I'm asking for the Macho Man.
Mhm,
Give me an
mhm.
assist from the ropes.
You tell him that this door stole something from Chad. Get him really angry, so he just beats it down.
Stole its girlfriend,
It
Miss
owes
Elizabeth.
it owes Chad money.
All right, you both, you and Corridon, with your considerable combined strength, are unable to open this door. Again, you see a symbol very similar to the one you saw on the outside, which had the left arm raised out. This time it's the right arm raised out, and it's just cut off and missing.
Are the Bodaks, do they still have bodies?
They're kind of blah, 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 blah.
Is the doppelganger still there?
Yeah, his buddy's there.
I'm gonna cut off his arm and then shake his body in front of the door.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you move Corridon. You cut off his arm. Oh, no, not there. Crap, why did I put it there? You cut off his arm and you shake him in front of the door. And as you're shaking him, you see his arms move around. But at one point, his right arm goes up with the stump missing, and the door opens.
I have really weird security
nice.
systems in this place.
This place is grim.
It's like a puppet.
Yeah, I don't like this place.
I give Boone back his dagger.
Thank you.
Nice. All right, so you may continue northward if you so desire.
Corden will lead the way.
What's that thing I'm seeing there?
All right, I will let you know what that thing is.
I don't know why I tilt my head like I'm going to see better around the darkness.
Nah, I get
was
that.
like, oh, what's around the...
It's like when you're playing video games and you're like, there's a doorway to the left, and you're like,
Yeah, yeah.
We've all been there, and if you haven't, you're a liar. To the right, you see a 6-foot-tall green devil face is carved into the far end of this hallway, or to the far right of this hallway. Its mouth agape. Painted murals on the walls show faceless humanoid figures doubled over in pain, clutching at their head and ears.
Okay. Does it look like the other devil faces that we've seen carved?
It looks quite similar. It has no... its mouth is... I believe that its mouth is not as agape as normal. It's just open nicely, and there is no magical darkness inside it. So that's a plus.
I will... well... Yeah, let's take a look in its mouth without, like, touching it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can see, like, what might be... Like, if there's, like, an off version of whatever's causing those dark clouds.
All right, so
That's what I'm looking for specifically.
you look in its mouth and you see movement as a small, little, scaly creature is moving around. and you hear Olo. Hello? Please don't hurt me.
I will look down at the ring. Like, have I ever hurt you?
And yeah, you see a small lizard in its mouth.
Oh, there's a talky lizard.
Mm.
It's like speaking in common.
It's speaking to you and you understand it, but Corridon and Orvex do not. They're like, what's that in there?
Do I recognize what
You would
language it's speaking?
you feel like it's
Is
speaking,
it speaking in Druidic?
Yes, you feel like it is speaking
Awesome.
Druidic.
Oh, hey there, buddy. I'm gonna hold out a claw. Actually, real quick, are you a death trap?
No, in fact, I was being used to find the death traps.
Oh, they make you go in there and poke things.
And you see his like scaly head nodding. Like those
That's rough, bud.
yellow banner people didn't like it. I managed to
Oh,
escape.
yeah.
Been hiding here.
That's rough. If it's any consolation, the last one of them just died in that room back there. You want to hang out with us?
Make a animal handling check with advantage, Ola. Oh yeah, he's all about that.
I'm Olo. This goat is Corridon. He's in person. That's Orvex. He's Orvex. And I'm just slowly introduce the lizard to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You got a name there, buddy?
I was just lizard.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, lizard.
Good to meet you, Olo.
Yeah. Question. Not to just talk down about your species, but you're very conversant for a lizard.
Oh.
How'd that happen?
A Cholton nature man cast a spell on me. I believe I'm smarter than most of my kind.
Oh, well, congratulations. This lamp is a dead princess, so, you're in good company. There's a lot of weird stuff going on.
Do you still have that skeletal bird?
I think Boone has the skeletal bird? Or do I have this? Yeah, so there's a skeletal bird somewhere on my head.
Olo's traveling menagerie.
Click. So
We'll be able to make money off
this
of
is an
in town.
awakened lizard.
What's that? Sorry.
This is an awakened lizard.
Yes, you would definitely know that this is a lizard which seems to have been awakened by the awakened spell.
Awesome.
Instead of having 1 intelligence, it has 10 intelligence. Holy shit! Is it smarter?
It
than
is
some of
smarter
you?
than Olo,
Yeah, I was about to
but
say
it's decent chunk.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Olo has an intelligence of 8.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe you should be awakened.
That's not a bad plan for a stat boost.
Anyway, he lets you know that he's been hiding in that face for a while, getting food where he can from what he can, hiding in the nooks and crannies in this place, and he says, "Be careful down in here, where the gargoyles are, as he has seen them animate when some people have tried to leave the room." And he also says that there is a door here that is hard to see.
Oh, thanks, bud. I'm gonna pass that along. I'm assuming that I'm basically just like chirping at it and miming, and like there's a weird skeletal bird dancing in my head, and I basically look like I completely lost my mind while I'm talking to this thing.
Oh, totally. But
I understand you, but I give you the benefit of the doubt.
oh yeah, you got comprehend languages up. Nice work. So you heard most of that, Boone. Like with the distance, you might not have heard everything the lizard said, but most of it, definitely.
Yeah, I will pass that along and then start looking for that door he mentioned.
Oh yeah. With the assistance, you're quite easily able to find it. It is right there.
So how do we all get out at the same time so the gargoyles don't come alive and attack half the party?
There is a considerably sized hallway. If you want to walk on out, you'll see that it's quite large.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a ways down.
And are you opening this secret door, Olo? You see in the on the hallways of the people holding their heads and being all you can see that part of it seems to be embossed in an interesting way, and a 10-foot section of it could be manipulated.
Can I place my hand upon your shell before you do that and say, may I check for traps or look for traps?
Oh, please do.
Yep, with a 25 perception, although you didn't see it before, you definitely see the secret door. Don't seem to notice any traps or anything. Seems fine. If there is, it's on the other side of the door.
I will give you a nod and gesture, go on.
Do we want to go through, or do we want to go see what's up with the gargoyles?
No, they haven't animated yet. Why don't we go through the secret door?
I'll open it up.
Okay, waves of heat blast out of this cramped cell. The walls are scribed with relief carvings showing volcanoes setting cities ablaze. Rows of tiny holes are bored into the floor rows of tiny holes are bored into the floor and the 10-foot high ceiling. A human skeleton in the opposite wall holds an iron sconce with a burning red candle in it. And I'll post that in chat, as I stumbled over a couple of words there.
And there's no exit, or is it just like a little alcove?
It's just a little alcove.
Huh. Hey, Lizard, do you happen to... Did you ever watch anybody go in here?
No, not really. I once saw this bronze masked man come here, but no.
Bronze mask. Do we know someone who had a bronze mask?
Withers.
Right. Fuck that guy.
So is it a carving of a human skeleton, or is it like a human skeleton bones?
Legit human skeleton,
Somehow.
from what you can see, embedded in the opposite wall.
Standing up, crouched over, as if they were blasted.
I would say picture, I would say picture kind of like a Christian-y, crucifixy kind of thing, except instead of like that in against a wall, it's like this holding a sconce, and I would say part of its body is kind of affixed into the wall.
And just standing straight up.
Yep.
But the candle is not part of the wall.
The candle is in a sconce. So it's a 3D. It's a 3D skeleton holding a 3D sconce with a 3D red candle burning.
Boone will gesture in the air and mage hand and see if he can lift the candle.
All right, you try and cast Mage Hand in the room, and it fails to appear.
I will clear my throat and gesture for a vanguard to come.
Shenanigans. No magic can. What am I going to do?
You've more schooling than me. Analyze.
I mage hand. I try to mage hand the camera.
Same result.
Use your steroid rush.
Nope. It's going to require somebody who can physically grab it. Who is tough. Stronger
You're
than
the-
some
keep
stupid
staring
room
at
with
you.
just a little
You're
bit
the
of heat.
toughest in the whole party, aren't you now?
I look at Kubazan.
He's
Who's
the strongest.
Now, I'm happy to throw Corridon in there if you want me to, but I don't.
You don't sound happy about it.
No,
Don't kill him when he's gone.
It's not. I'm not like. I'm going to level with you guys. I'm not wanting to put him in there due to death concerns. I'm not wanting to put him in there due to problem-solving concerns. Do you get what I mean? As in puzzle-wise, because I obviously know the answers.
So therefore, you should have a great time guiding him through.
All right, he gets through flying colors. He's gone. You guys can't find him anymore.
He's the best he's ever been.
So I'm going to say Corridon does not go into this room, unfortunately, unless anybody wants to give Sasha a call and tell him hurry up with his brewery experience.
So
The next toughest is Olo.
I'm more than willing to go into the creepy, obviously trapped room. However, there are a bunch of holes in the floor,
And the ceiling.
and I'm real heavy.
Oh,
And
they're
I don't
tiny
mean to.
holes.
I don't mean to throw you under the bus here or the cart here, Alien. But you can run on walls.
True, I just suck at puzzles.
If I kneel at the door,
We'll yell at you, no problem.
can I search the 5 foot square in front of me if I'm kneeling in that position and
Yeah, go
where
for
Olo's?
Mhm. So
At some point, something hot's coming up through those holes. That's all I know right now.
Yeah, candle, holes in the floor, fire trap.
But behind a secret door? What's the point of that?
Yeah, I know. Oil or anything could shoot up through there. We'd be in super trouble. But can I determine anything if I'm looking at?
you can determine that they are holes, and with a perception check, and let me check your. Yeah.
This is some meta shit, but a game designer knows if you put a secret door there, players are gonna go through it.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you don't notice anything other than there are holes, and you can probably discern maybe for drainage, maybe
How
something.
big are the holes?
They're tiny, like I would say, like that big. Either something
Can we
comes out of
lower-
it or something goes into it. Who knows?
All right, so can we lower like a small piece of rope down it?
Do you have a piece of string? It's probably too
Well, I
thin
didn't-
for rope.
I didn't know if it was like if we take apart. I've got climbing rope.
Yeah.
If I take apart a small section of it,
Yeah, you could try and put some in there, and it goes in.
okay. I'm trying to see if it wicks anything out, like oil or some other substance like that.
It comes out
No.
dry as a bone.
Okay.
You feel like this place is quite dry. There is no humidity at all in that room.
Is there anything up on the ceiling? Like-
Just the same holes.
Oh, the holes
Or-
on the ceiling too.
Correct.
Oh.
Bored into the floor and the 10-foot high ceiling.
Let's pour a little water. Reach my hand in there and pour it in.
Just pour
Does
some
it-
water in.
Yeah. Is there any reaction inside?
You see it go in, and it gets slowly seeps down into the holes.
Okay, so you couldn't cast Mage Hand in there. I wonder if a spell that starts outside and kind of has an effect going in would do something.
Excellent. I will cast Mage Hand in the hallway and then gradually move it into the room.
Okay, you cast Mage Hand into the hallway, and it's fine. And as it gradually moves into the room, it dissipates as soon as it crosses the threshold.
Okay. Did anyone have a whip for some reason?
I guess
No whip
Yeah.
here.
I guess I had a Mage Hand icon, and I just wanted to go, and it's gone.
Alright, but
I'll step in.
Okay, step on in.
Let's make sure we keep Cord in by the doorway for the aura.
Okay, you have stepped in the room. Nothing seems to happen. You feel that the heat is quite like you felt waves of heat coming from the room. It feels like, you know, a room that has had a heater on in it all day. It's not like unmanageable, but it's not insanely comfortable.
Not radiating from anything in front of me.
It feels like it's just even across the whole room. It was just buffeting out due to the temperature differential.
I'll step forward and examine the skeleton more closely.
Okay, as you step forward and examine the skeleton more closely, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as lava seems to drip from the sky. Alright, you... why isn't that working anymore?
So he's 16
Run away.
with his bonus.
So you do get a +4 to that, making it a 16. But it is not enough as you take 4d10 fire damage as it drips from the top. You take 22 fire damage. What are you doing while you're examining the skeleton and the sconce and the candle and whatnot?
Well, the moment lava touches me, I can't imagine I wouldn't be doing anything other than maybe grabbing the candle and running.
All right, so you feel like the lava started as soon as you got within a very close proximity to this thing extruding from the wall. So you're saying you try and grab the candle?
And flee.
Okay. Let me double check. Okay, you take the candle from the room and you are now holding it. And there is no longer lava dripping from the room.
I hand that candle to Vanguard.
And as soon as you take it from the room, you see that when you were looking at it, it was a candle that was burning. But now you see that the wax is starting to drip from it. While before, the wax was intact.
So it wasn't burning down while it was in there.
Correct.
And yet, it was the flame moving?
The flame was just as normal. The normal candle.
Okay, I'm going to hand it to Vanguard. Is there something magical about this as well?
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, go for it.
Or I guess it could be just the space itself.
Okay, you see that this candle seems to be a normal, everyday candle from what you can discern.
Is the room dark now?
Yeah, well, the light was coming from the candle, so I've moved the dynamic lighting from the candle onto Boone.
If I take that candle and I push it back into the space through the door, the melting stop?
Like putting it, like just holding it across the doorway?
Yeah, is there any wax dripping the moment I cross the door?
You do that. The wax still drips a bit, but you realize that it is starting to solidify and no more wax is getting actively melted.
I don't know about you guys, but this place seems really unfriendly.
I'm saying we bypass it.
Yeah,
And
I'm good
the
with
thing that's
heading
drawn
back.
on the map, is that the candle or is that something else?
That's the sconce with the skeleton holding it.
Okay, so that's the representation of the candle.
And hang on a second. I'm just gonna do something super quick. Yeah, no, Orvex has no idea.
What about the our mirror friends?
Lucanu will say, I have no knowledge of this, I'm sorry. And, where's T-Lad? T-Lad is unaware of what it means. You're the smartest in the party, Vanguard. Make me an intelligence check. 11. Well, that gets past 10. You have memories of the plaque, the warning of the Serac. The first line says, "Death to fire, dine or drown." And that rings into your mind.
I feel like wherever this
That confuses me more.
Is there food in the room or plates?
Nope. It just rings into your mind because it is the first time you've actually seen proper fire in a while.
Dine or drown.
I guess I tell Boone, put the candle out in the room. Extinguish it.
Okay. Can I, if I reach my hand in through the door,
Mm-hmm.
and can I snuff the candle?
Sure, sir. How are you wanting to put the candle out?
I'll lick my fingertips and just touch the wick.
Lick your fingertips and touch the wick. Okay.
Touch the wick.
So the candle drops to the ground as it seems like Boone just disappears.
Fuck.
All right.
And I looked at Ola with a big smile. It worked. And then go, oh.
He's
Wait a
not wrong. All right.
The candle just like hits the ground and is there?
Yeah, it just hits the ground and is still lit and such.
Wait, it's still lit?
Yeah, it's still lit. Oh no, it's not lit anymore. He blew it out. He snuffed it out. Yeah. So there's no light coming from that room anymore. My apologies. It is not still lit. And Boone, could you jump into the other chat for me? Split the party. Hey Boone, how you going?
Really good.
Okay, you appear in a cell that smells moldy. Its damp walls are covered with living snails and oysters, and feature sculptural reliefs of tidal waves destroying coastal cities and ships. A merfolk skeleton embedded in one wall clutches an iron sconce fitted with a burning red candle. Suddenly, lukewarm water begins to pour into the cell through rows of tiny holes in the 10-foot-high ceiling.
Dine or drowned. I'm gonna eat a snail.
What are you doing, sorry?
I guess I'm gonna eat a snail.
Okay,
It's a dine or drown.
Yep, you grab a snail and you eat it.
Just looking for clues. Search the merman.
So you ate the snail, or?
I'm gonna eat the snail.
Okay. You instantly teleport. Oh, be quiet. My Google went off. So you teleport to another room, and I will be right with you in a moment. Please be patient.
Okay.
Races.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Poured in with him. We convinced Corridon to grab the candle. We're going to light it and then extinguish it again while Corridon is in the room to see if we can replicate
just like holding
what
his
just
arm
happened.
over it. Let's not send him.
We want him to
into the room
replicate
just in
what
case that-
Boone did.
All right, so he's going to step into the room and extinguish the candle.
Just like if the candle's right by the door, just like reach his arm across, grab it, light it,
How will you light
and
it?
quench it again. Flint and tinder.
Okay, so you light the candle, and you are wanting Corridon to extinguish it.
Say like exact same physical motions, like try and mirror what he did as much as possible.
Okay, Corridon's gone.
And now we let those two figure it out.
Gordon, go into the other room real quick.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Hey, how's it going?
Good. I've got this fourth warning handout opened up. I'm just going through it as quick as.
Yeah, you probably should. Like, I'm not gonna time you, but yeah. Okay, so in this room, they did something, and I would say like a turn has passed for them, and so now it's your turn, as it were. Right. The walls of this stone cell are covered with reliefs showing desert sand swallowing the ruins of civilization. A bas-relief of a robed Medusa dominates one wall. It wears a stone necklace with an obsidian pendant and clutches an iron sconce with burning red candle in it. Sand begins to pour from tiny holes bored into the 10-foot high ceiling, and you hear a rumbling noise under the floor.
Is the floor moving?
It doesn't seem to be actively moving, but you do feel the rumbling.
Can I? Okay, I'm going to suffocate if the sand comes in, right? So, I guess hold my breath and snuff the candle.
Okay, you snuff the candle and you are in darkness, but you have dark vision, so you're fine. And everything is as it was. The sand still continues to fall. Anything else?
Let me reread the Medusa thing. Stone necklace with a. Is the necklace loose, or is it built into the?
All right, so you're wanting to have a good look at the thing?
Yes.
The Medusa. All right, roll me a perception check, but I'm pretty certain you can't fail. Yeah. I think if you rolled a natural 1, you rolled the required perception. You notice that there are seams around the carving, suggesting the presence of a secret door. And you were particularly checking the Medusa's obsidian pendant.
Yes.
Okay, you do notice that it seems to be. It looks like it could be pressed. But as you try, it seems locked in some way. Is there... that would probably constitute your turn, unless there's something minor you're wanting to do.
Precious air. I'll blow on it again. I'm doing all kinds of things as fast as I can.
No, I get
deal
that.
with air.
No dramas. All right,
okay.
I'll be back.
Precious air warnings.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
How's it going? How much time has passed on our end?
I would say that I'm doing this in turns. So Boone disappeared, and then I gave Boone a turn. I gave Boone a turn, and I gave you guys a turn, and then I gave Boone a turn, and now it's your guys' turn.
We're gonna wait for at least 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
And see if they make any kind of contact, and if they don't, like helmet telepathy or something like that, then we're probably gonna try and find them.
Okay. So you guys gonna wait there doing nothing?
Did we get a description of looking inside the mouth here? What's in there?
There was nothing inside the mouth except for the lizard.
Okay, but how big is it in there?
Oh, not that big. It's not as agape as the other mouths have been.
So there's not a room behind it?
No, definitely not.
Other option,
the only other thing we could do, but I mean, if we trigger an encounter, we now have half we're split. If we try to find another way in that way,
I could go into that room and try and break through the wall. Like if there's just like a wall separating them, I could try and just like sledgehammer my way through the walls, brute strength it to try and get to whatever's adjacent. Like,
is there enough room?
The tomb.
Is there enough space in the room away from the corpse so you don't get lava on your head?
Yeah, lava drips
Was it,
down.
was
when
it,
you go in,
was it
right?
the corpse? Was it the corpse or the candle that he got close to the church? That's the question.
Technically, he
They
got
were
close
next to each
both.
other. Yeah.
All right, I've got a decent deck
But it
save.
stopped when he came out, and he had the candle with him, so...
All
I mean,
right,
you
I'm
could try
gonna
to damage the wall to see if it's even possible, and then jump back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and spend. I'm gonna go to that square there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just step in, and I'm gonna take the two-handed maul, and I'm just gonna slam into that wall as hard as I physically can for, 2 attacks or something like that, and then see if it took any damage. And if it hasn't, then I'm gonna back out.
Okay, you hit the first time, and it does no damage whatsoever.
Okay, I'm gonna back out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's magically sealed. I don't think I can brute force it.
Anything that anybody else wants to do during this turn?
Let's position people so we're ready in case something happens here. So,
Could we try to grapple hook the skeleton and drag it out?
You could try. Is that what you want to try?
Sure.
Sure. Worst we're going to have is a melted
have
grapple
Bythor
hook.
guard the hallway, and then ask the warrior champion to stand with him.
Okay. So you try and grappling hook the...
Yes.
Alright, you succeed in grappling it, and you try and pull it down. Let me double check to see if that can happen. Yeah, I would say that you're able to, with a decent enough pull, rip apart the skeleton with the grappling hook.
Okay. Can we get any of it out of the room?
I would say you get a couple of bones come out along with the grappling hook towards you.
Okay. There's nothing else in this room except the skeleton and where the candle was.
Mm-hmm.
We have Orvex watch this hallway.
Sure. Anything? So, Olo's done something. Elian's done something. You doing anything, Vanguard?
No, I'm just getting ready in case we get jumped while we're standing here.
Okay. Well, then I will leave you guys. I'll be back soon. Hey, Boone, how's it going?
I don't want to die.
All right, I just need to roll something super quick. Okay. Geez, I wish Sasha was here because no reason. All right. Let's let me double check something super quick. Super quick.
So I mean, he would be in a pant. Oh, is his aura there?
All right. So, Corridon appears next to you. So, that's good news, I guess. You have a friend, but
Yeah.
you can see him, and he cannot see you as you've snuffed out this light.
I tell you what, I'm sure he's gonna say like something like, "Ugh, I can't see anything."
Mm-hmm.
When he does, I will fire off a light cantrip.
Okay, you try to, but you feel like your magic doesn't seem to do anything in here.
Got it. Then I will do my best to allay his fears as I continue on with the Medusa.
All right, so you see that the sand is still pouring in, and if you were to make a guess, it's probably pouring in at a rate of 6 inches per round. And you're in a 10-foot high room.
Right. I'm gonna keep physically doing things to the Medusa that might have to do with air, cover her mouth, push the pen. Just there's got to be a trick to it that deals with air in some way, shape, or form. So hold my breath. Do all these things as fast as I can.
Doesn't seem to do anything, and Corridon yells out, and I'm sure he says some words of wisdom that aren't insanely wise. And Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to do before the end of your turn?
No, I will. I'll say it out loud to him. Death to fire, dine or drown, precious air, and falling sand. That's the clue. What?
And yeah, he's like, I know about the dino drown. I already ate snail.
Right, it's air and sand here. What does that mean?
Yeah, he doesn't know. And at this point, at the end of this turn, you'll see that the sand has increased to a height of about, let's say, about 12 inches. And suddenly the ground underneath you opens up. And underneath you, you see a massive grinding doohickey. And I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
12.
Yep, one moment, please. Just need to double check. Oh, you have advantage on that. Yeah. Yeah, because you're right near the Medusa, so you have good advantage on that. And okay, so both you and Corridon, and thankfully because I did not want to kill Corridon, are able to force yourselves against the wall. You're holding on to the Medusa, and he is like just barely standing on a small edge, as you feel like you maybe have a little bit less than a foot of border around the room. As underneath you, you see two giant stone rollers with interlocking teeth. They seem to be. Have you seen those grinding videos on YouTube and such?
Yeah, I watched a laptop go through one just today.
Yeah, well, that could have been you. And you feel like you probably wouldn't survive that. there's a very, very low chance of survival, and you're holding onto the Medusa as this is happening. And because you are so close and you've already identified it, the button on the necklace seems to audibly click up a tiny amount right near your ear as you're holding onto it. And with that, I'll be right back. Sorry about that.
It's cool.
Right on the wall.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Anybody
Do
doing
we hear-
anything?
We hear any screams? Perception check?
Oh, you hear nothing.
Bullcrap. I was wondering if maybe we should write on the wall so that any other people that come here that says, like, extinguish the candle, you disappear.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
And if we start doing this often and make it, because now I think Vanguard's starting to realize the problem here. If somebody else goes in, they may not know what that person's done if they're not there. So like maybe they go in and something's happened, but they don't know what's happened. And now they have to figure out whatever the problem is also.
Okay, I'm going to pause you there for 1 second, Vanguard. Greetings, Sasha. How are you today?
I am good. Hello, everyone. Sorry
All right.
for my tardiness.
That is
Well,
okay.
you were good.
Your party has thrown you into something interesting. If I'm just going to ask you to jump into the split the party chat, please, Sasha.
Done.
Technically,
Hey, Boone, 1 second. Sasha's just joined us, and I'm waiting for him to jump.
I just saw.
Okay, so while I'm talking to the other guys, Sasha, could you just please explain? Sorry, Boone, could you please explain to Corridon what you went through with the last two rooms, as Corridon has done almost the identical thing due to peer pressure from the first room with the candle, and then I rolled a dice to see what he would do in the second room, and I'll be right back. Hey,
we should definitely do that.
how's it going? Okay, I've given I've given Sasha some information. So, what are you guys up to?
I think we're
How
going to
long
let
has it
them
been?
figure it out unless somebody's going to go. I don't think Vanguard's going in.
Mm-hmm.
How long has it been?
This would be the first round there, second round. This would be the third round now.
Oh no, we're gonna go wait for a couple minutes.
Okay.
But we are gonna write
It went
out,
from 20 to 15 to 10 to a couple.
Yeah. Well, we started seeing the deck saves.
Mm-hmm. But
We
you
are
don't know
gonna
the,
write.
you don't know those deck saves.
Yeah. We are gonna write out like a little thing like, if you extinguish the candle, you get teleported somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
we're
we'll
gonna
just say
basically start
disappear.
leaving notes.
We don't know.
But then isn't
That's
this
true. It's like you disappear, magic doesn't work in this room, and we're gonna like post it outside this door.
so you're basically
like-
Dark Soulsing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna start leaving waypoints for the next party after we all wipe in this adventure.
And you'll go into the next room with the pit and the gargoyles, and near the hole it'll say "jump" on the ground. All right. So if you guys aren't doing anything except writing on the wall, I will be back in a moment. No one doing anything else? Okie dokie. I will be back in a moment.
Like
At all.
Hey guys, how's it going?
I think I
Good.
brought him up to speed.
All right. So yes, you were peer pressured by the party to light the candle and then extinguish it in the exact same way Boone did, sending you to a room of water, which you then I rolled the dice to see what you did, and you ate a snail. I felt like that wasn't outside of your comfort zone, and you appeared in a dark room. I'm not sure if you can see, but you shouldn't be able to if you can. You appeared in a dark room.
And I tried to cast a light cantrip and it failed right away.
Yeah, and ever since you've been in any of these rooms, the light cantrip that was already on Corridon was already out.
So they've all been dark.
Mm-hmm. And there is currently a massive two interlocking stone rollers grinding underneath you. You are on one side of the wall going, "Oh!" while Boone is on the other side of the wall holding onto the Medusa skeleton going, "Oh!"
So at this point, you said the medallion clicked?
Yeah, you feel like it clicked out a tiny amount. And you're
Can I-
only able to notice it because of your passive perception and your proximity to the pendant and the fact that you were looking at it to begin with.
So I can't see anything.
No, you're in darkness, but you felt the ground like open up beneath you, and you can hear.
Are there
wow.
actual handholds on this Medusa that look like they're meant for handhold?
No, you're holding onto a body. And my apologies, I say Medusa skeleton. I'm pretty sure it's a stone Medusa.
It says bias relief of a robed Medusa, so I figured it was some kind of sculpture
Right.
into the wall.
It looks exact. Like
So the architect of this place apparently comes down here, or had come down here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to blank on his name.
Withers
The mage we've killed like twice. Yeah, Withers.
3 times.
Architect, not architect.
Mm.
3 times. So the lizard that's sitting on Olo's shoulder has seen him come down here a number of times and apparently go into the room.
Yes, supposedly.
So this is a path to something. This isn't just a kill everybody set a trap.
I mean, it's kind of a kill everybody set a trap.
Yeah, but if you know him, then it's so there's a sequence here. We just need to figure out what it is. I mean, I'll try to push that button again.
All right, you push the button, and now it pushes in easy, as if like, come on, this is an easy button to push. You should have been able to do it the whole time. And you hear a dull clunk, after which the secret door behind you swings open.
Behind Boone.
Yeah, you feel air rushing into the room, and Boone, you can see way more than Corridon can.
I will reach my hand out and pat him
Mm-hmm.
and say, stay on the edge and come with me. Assuming he can hear me.
Oh, he can hear you.
and I'll
Yeah,
pull him along the edge.
Are you inspiring when you say that?
I'm a little bit terrified when I say that. Does that inspire you
Because
to
I'm
follow
pretty
me?
sure I'm going to have disadvantage to any checks I get. So
Well, he can feel the ledge he's on, right? And
yeah.
hear.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. In fact, no. I'm going to try to get him out of there first.
don't be a
I'll just-
cheapskate. Give me some inspiration.
You don't think this is a pressure situation?
I totally think this is a pressure situation.
I'll inspire him again with a Patton-like speech of, "God damn it, just do what I say and follow me now."
Okay, you feel
Ah!
suitably inspired.
All right. Now I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll drag him out into this room.
Okay, so are you going to try and jump as he's pulling you, or what?
I'm going to do exactly what he tells me to do.
Mm-hmm. And what are you telling him to do?
Stay along the edge of the wall,
Mhm.
and I'll pull him with me.
Okay.
Keep your back to the wall.
I will say, due to your considerable strength and your, I believe, insanely high athletics check, defaultly, without having to roll anything. Yeah, your athletics is +10. Yeah, you're fine. You're able to maneuver your way across. And as you appear in this room, your light cantrip that was cast on you earlier in the day reactivates. All right, I will read this room to you super quick. This tomb is filled with terracotta warriors kneeling in neat ranks around a polished wooden coffin. Between the warriors, 4 aisles scattered with broken pottery leading up to the coffin, whose painted lid shows a leopard with serpents sprouting from its shoulders. And I would say that you would have noticed the pottery before walking out there. So I won't be a jerk and say you've stepped on the broken pottery.
Can we act
when
when we get?
you could do a small amount of stuff. Anything you want to do?
I'd like to activate the Helm of Thought and see if I can locate anybody from the party other than.
Okay. Does it have a restriction in regards to how much it can go through, or is it just straight up range?
Let me drop that thing out.
Mm-hmm. Such a massive spell. All right,
I know.
So what we're specifically looking for is whether it can go through stuff. You know how some things gets blocked by a certain amount of lead and stone. The spell can penetrate 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal. Okay, you do not sense anything other than you and Corridon.
What you doing?
I'm trying to sense the rest of the group, but they are out of my range.
I will also say that as you entered this room, Nervous Unk suggests that you leave this tomb at once using one of the runes on the outside on the edges of this room. As you can see, a rune there and a rune there, and you can see a little bit of a rune there.
Yeah.
And Unk says that she thinks that they're teleportation runes, but she can't decide which one is the best.
What? Where do they lead?
I don't know. Maybe. And she's humming and hawing. All right, I'm going to. I'll be right back. I feel like I will be right back. So we'll see what happens. Hey guys, so keeping the status quo.
Yeah, they went off to get snacks.
Okay. Well, then I will. Yeah.
Yep, it's only been like a couple minutes, right?
It's only been about less than 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, then yeah, we're waiting at least 5 minutes.
Okay, so if you say 5 minutes, then that is what I'm giving you guys. Okay.
Yep.
Hey. So yep, that. What are you guys doing?
Can I feel Chad?
Is Chad alive? I feel like Chad died to the Minotaur. Or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chad died.
Just remembering the sad news kind of slumps Cordon's shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
But then he smiles, knowing that he can resummon him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Corden will say don't, or Boone will say don't move. I'm going back to Asterex. Warning.
Mm-hmm.
Army sleeps in silence. Mirror holds 12. Oh, it's Army sleeps in silence.
What? Can you do something to make us quiet?
I don't think so.
You cannot make us quiet?
You didn't take the silence spell.
I did not.
You can't make us quiet, huh?
No, and be quiet. Stop shouting.
I'm not shouting.
I'm literally right here.
I'm gonna think inwards to Kubazan. I'm pretty sure I know what you're gonna say, but what do we do?
So, you guys have been talking to each other. Like, what kind of volume have you been talking to each other?
I've been whispering because I read the warning.
Have you been whispering as well, Corridon? Or have you been talking in a normal voice?
Probably not.
Okay, so as you guys came in, and I think you probably did step on the broken pottery a little bit and were talking. As you do, all the terracotta warriors turn their heads to face you at once. As one, they pull their swords a few inches from their scabbard and hold.
Do you think they're gonna do something?
When he says that, I'm going to look at the warriors. Do they move when he whispers?
No, if you guys whisper quietly, they just stay as they are.
All right.
If we step on the pottery, does that make noise?
You guys previously stepped on the pottery as you were talking as you moved in, and you did seem to make noise. You could try to move in between the pottery and try not to make noise.
I'm gonna misty step on top of the sarcophagus.
All right, you succeed at doing that.
Look at me, Boone.
He's going to give you the what the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, he's like kind of hip thrusting at him, like, look at me. I'm gonna do it. And then he thinks inwardly to himself, Kubazan. Kubazan.
Yeah!
I'm the baddest ass dude you ever met. And then with that, I am going to gently step down in between the pottery here,
Okay.
taking care.
Okay, roll me a stealth check, please.
Do I need to use my inspiration after the roll or before the roll?
If you want to use your inspiration, it has to be before the roll.
I want to use my inspiration.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You succeed.
But wait, there's more.
You extra succeed. Where are you going?
Wait, which side is there a latch? One that, like, how does this thing look like it opens? I'm gonna look at it before I do.
I would say that. Let me double check.
Danimal, look at this. Danimal, look at this.
What is it?
It's a giant beard.
Nice. I would say that it is hinged, where the hinges are on the north side.
And I will step down silently on the south side.
You succeed in doing so. Are you doing anything during any of this, Boone?
I guess I will. Well, for starters, here's a question: can you self-inspire?
No, you cannot, as that is, I believe, a feature you can get later on as a lore bard.
Then I will stealth up to Cord.
All right, roll your stuff.
So that we are not separated.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're able to deftly step between each of the little areas, and you can move up to your speed wherever you want.
Did you stepped off on the south side, Corden?
I did.
I'm not going to touch one of the statues. Do they move at all?
They do not move at all, and they are looking at the place where you guys were when you made the sound.
I've got my staff ready. I'm just waiting for him to do the.
I'm gonna open it.
Just nod.
And then he's gonna. Look at me while I do it. And then I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so you're looking at him as he does it. I'll have you roll a perception check as Corridon is opening the lid. Alright, that just succeeds. It's a good thing you said look at him while you're doing it, otherwise I wouldn't have allowed him that perception check, Corridon. Smart move. As he is slowly opening it, you are able to see, Boone, a thin wire that is beginning to be pulled taut.
I stop him immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
What?
Is the wire on the chest?
It looks like it's attached to the bottom of the lid and the inside the coffin.
Oh, stop it! I was just trying to be a smart ass and make him look at me.
It worked out, man.
That was really good. That was cool.
Just roll with it. Just roll with it. So what are you doing?
Is it something that can be? I don't want to call it a trap. It's a trap? Can I disable it?
You can indeed try to.
Looking up under and
Mm-hmm. You feel like you would with a. Do you have any thieves' tools?
I do not.
Okay, so you can make a dexterity check with disadvantage using, I don't know, a dagger.
I do have a magic dagger.
Yeah, cool.
Can I help him?
I would say
once
you're
I
helping him
point
by
it out to
holding it
him?
open.
Okay, what am I checking?
Dexterity check with disadvantage due to your lack of thieves' tools.
I'm checking my spells real quick to see if I've got anything clever.
Mm-hmm. Although D100 for some reason.
He's like doing second edition like thieves. Oh no.
Okay. So, as you try to cut the cable, you do it in a fashion where it kind of tugs at it a bit, activating the trap. And as it does, Corridon, who was kind of holding it open, as the wire is pulled, is cut, it kind of opens a bit more. And you see inside a music box, which begins to play.
I'm gonna grab it.
And as that happens, you see all of the heads look at you, they draw their swords, and I'll let you know what's inside this before anything happens. The following treasures are heaped around the Shigambi's bones. There's a whole heap of gold, there's 5 moonstones, a fine music box, and a mandolin.
Oh, looks good for the bar.
Alright, So, one moment, please. I will have you two roll initiative, and I'm just going to check in on the other guys, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
You roll 1d100 on the table. If you don't like the result, go to step 2. If you keep the result, you get 50 XP. Are you
50
keeping
XP.
the result?
Ooh.
Or are you rolling again?
Are you guys playing your
I'm
own
gonna keep
game
the
while
result.
we're...
We're playing early.
We're playing Warhammer.
We're rolling up Warhammer fantasy characters.
So, are you guys just, like, you guys aren't doing anything for a specific amount of time? That is locked in?
20 minutes. 20 minutes is what we're waiting for.
Okay, so if you guys are locked in, I'm just going to tell the other guys to jump into the chat because for ill or for boon, boon, for good or for bad, you guys won't be able to do anything. Sound fair? Just, just so you guys
Yeah,
aren't
we'll
completely out of
unless
the
like we get like a helmet telepathy.
We're having
or something,
fun on our own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just rolling up characters. We're having a
You don't
good
have
time.
to tell us. Because if we do end up having to go in at some point, because if we don't find them in 20 minutes, we're going in.
Okay. Well, then I'll
Yeah.
I'll leave it as is. But I will say that we've come across our break time, so we might just go on a quick break, and I'll go quickly tell the other guys. So I'll be right back.
Cool.
He was so good.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Really good. We have a quick question for you.
Yeah, go for
Would a 10 have made that?
A 10.
Because for some reason, my jack of all trades is not adding in.
Oh, that's because you did a dex save instead of a dex check. So you would have rolled a 13 and a 10. And a 10, sadly, was not good enough. But good try. Good try. So I'll have you both roll initiative, and then, yeah, we'll go on a quick break. Maybe only like 5 minutes, because the other guys have kind of already gone on a little break, and Sasha only just got here. So if you're okay
I
with
don't need a break, but if you guys do, I'm good.
well, I need a small break, as I'm going to grab something to eat, refill my drink, and go to the little boys' room. We'll be back in like 5 or so minutes, guys. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right, be back soon.